the Sacramento Kings have to make a decision relatively quickly because they have gone nowhere and they have making no up progression. What now? They have the longest playoff drought in history, or out of all the teams. So they have to make a decision. So recently we've seen Tyrese Halliburton absolutely go crazy. I think when De'Aaron Fox was in protocol or he twisted his ankle or something. Anyways, De'Aaron Fox was out for about like 6 to 8 games. And during that stretch, Tyrese Halliburton absolutely balled. I think he was averaging damn near 20 and 10 on super great efficiency, low turnover rates. And the problem is that they have De'Aaron Fox to run point guard. Now, Halliburton can play shooting guard. Like, he's not bad in the shooting guard role, but we really saw him flourish when the team is in his hands and he's the one controlling the offense. And so Halliburton can play shooting guard, but he's not you're not getting the most use out of him. And De'Aaron Fox, like, he really can't play any position besides point guard. Like, he's not a great spot up shooter. He's not really a great playmaker unless like the ball is really in his hands and he's controlling the whole offense. So when Halliburton's had the ball running the offense, Fox is kind of just sitting on the perimeter, and he's not really a catch-and-shoot player, so, like, he's really not that effective for the game, you know? Like, defenders will just let him catch it and shoot it from the corner or whatever that may be. So I'm a big Halliburton fan. I called 2 years ago. I was like, the Knicks should draft Halliburton 100%, and they didn't. They went with Obi Toppin, who's not a bad player, but now looking at it, the Knicks still have point guard struggles. They don't know who they want to play at point guard yet. And Halliburton would have filled the role perfectly. Anyways, I'm just trying to flex on some of my college basketball knowledge. But the Kings need to make a decision because now they have Davion Mitchell. They drafted another point guard. So they have Davion Mitchell, who's like 6'2", a great defender, but you can't play him like at shooting guard. He's just too small. You have Buddy Hield, who's a great spot-up three-point shooter who has a little bit off the ball game, but really, really just a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. And he's like one of the best in his class at it. And you have De'Aaron Fox, who is their 5th pick and supposed to be their franchise player, who's kind of been having up and down season. Last year, he really blossomed into a player, and then this year he's starting to regress again. So there's real no confidence that he'll become a perennial all-star for them. And, that's meaning he's not going to be a franchise player. And then they got Halliburton last year, who's having a great sophomore season and who's looking to be one of the better players in this game. So the Kings have to make a decision. Now, they need to. So pretty much they have a lot of assets and a lot of value at their guard position, and then other than that, they really don't have much. Marvin Bagley, his assets are pretty much like his value is pretty much depleted. They barely play him. When he does, he plays all right, but he's not living up to the number 2 overall pick that he was a couple years ago. They have Harrison Barnes, who's a great small forward, great 3-and-D player for them. He started out really well this season, and then he's kind of, regressed back into his his original role of averaging good numbers and good efficiency, but nothing crazy. And then the center position, I don't even know. They got Alex Len or something. And they got Rashad Holmes, who's not a bad young player. I keep on Rashad Holmes. But the decision they need to make is between Fox and Halliburton because it's quite apparent that you don't want those two playing together. So as a fan of Halliburton, I believe that they should move on with De'Aaron Fox. Now, they recently signed him to a max extension. So I don't think it's going to be difficult to trade him, but I think they're going to have to find a good trade for him. Definitely trade for either a big or a wing. I'd probably favor like a wing position. I don't really know who they would want to target because they're not really a team looking to make the next step. They got to get into the playoffs, but like, what's the point of, going all in to be a, bottom 5 seed? So that's the decision they need to make, is looking to trade De'Aaron Fox. I'm a big fan of De'Aaron Fox as well, but he's just not going to fit next to Halliburton, and I think Halliburton's ceiling is much higher than De'Aaron Fox. So some teams that might need point guards in the league, you could maybe look at the Wizards. If they want to, pair Beal with De'Aaron Fox, I think that combo would work. You got Philly and possibly get Ben Simmons. I do like Ben Simmons on the Kings, but I don't think Philly's going to go for that because Philly, I've said this on other videos before, they think Ben Simmons' value is, on a LeBron James level. It feels like, asking all these picks and all these players for a player who's pretty much a borderline all-star right now as we speak, and who's kind of capped out at his potential early in his career. But I want you guys in the comments to let me know what the Sacramento Kings should do. I want this channel to be like, like I want you guys to debate with me. Like if you disagree with something, I want you to let me know. If you agree with something, I want you to let me know. If you have new ideas for videos, let me know. I want this to be like, a community channel where we can all get together and talk about ball, talk about sports, just have a good old time. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.